guys, and welcome to Street Scene 2022. Good show this year, and it was nice to get back since, with the virus and everything. We haven't had the show since 2019, so I think this was the biggest turnout ever. Don't quote me on that, but based on what I've seen, I've only attended the 2019 show, but based on photos and stuff, and being at the 2019 show, I think this is the biggest one they've had. It's the 8th, I can't say annual anymore because of the delay last year and the year before. But, yeah, so walk around here, and I'm pretty sure I filmed every single car. I only took pictures of some of my favorites, but I did do the video too, just to film every car, show what's around, and I really like this Accord. Oh, just very clean. I love the paint. Love the wheels. So there'll be couple little breaks here in between cars. Just got a nice BMW M3, and a Dodge Magnum. So there's just a little bit of everything here. Mostly Japanese. This show is pretty much Fast and Furious inspired. There's a yellow Type R, which is so cool. So it's mostly Japanese cars, but there's a couple other goodies in here too. There's a Hyundai Genesis. We're kind of at the back of the field right now, so there's not too much going on back here. But as we start moving closer to the center of the party, there's going to be a lot more cars. Here's a nice Datsun 240. I was kind of afraid that I was going to see a lot of cars that I've already seen before, but actually most of the cars at the 2019 show weren't here. I know I saw 4 Skylines at the 2019 show, and none of them were here. There were different Skylines, but none of them were the same. There was a couple that were from Cantech, but I kind of expected that. There's going to be a lot of WRXs, but this was a surprise. A Mitsubishi minicab. So cool. It's my first time seeing a K-truck up close. And a homemade Japanese plate. A little bit of wear on this one, a little bit of rust, probably from its home country. It was working. And I'm not going to say it's a Japanese import, because it could come from a lot of different places. I'm going to assume it's Japanese, because it does have it's a homemade Japanese plate, but. And of course, I have the audio muted because there's a lot of music going on in the background and a lot of talking. So we'll just mute that all out, just so I don't get copyright for the music and stuff. You got some German vehicles. Nice WRX. A lot of WRXs, a lot of Golfs, and a lot of Hondas. There was actually a lot of Evos too, but I won't get sick of Evos. I like the Evos, look at that. This one's clean with the white rims. And there were some trucks here. They were doing awards for just about every what do you say? Every group, I guess. So there was an award for Hondas and an award for the best truck. So I'm not sure entirely. I know who won the best Honda, and we'll get to that. But I'm not sure about the others. Here's a stock pre-facelift. I think it's a pre-facelift. No, it's not actually. It's a facelifted 370Z. A Bimmer, a Focus, or Fiesta. This one was very nice. I love the stock wheels on the Arc 7. Those are awesome. I sometimes like to go behind the car too, but sometimes the people are sitting back there and it's kind of hard to get in don't want to knock their tents over. And this was about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so everybody was barbecuing and stuff behind their car. There's a Forester. Of course, I have to pay attention to the Foresters because, well, I own one now. I think it has like newer Forester wheels on the older model, which I guess kind of works, but they look a little big. And, yeah, here's the first Skyline of the show. This is a GTR R32. Look at that RB engine. GTR rims. They almost look like 34 rims. Very nice and yellow. And it's an import. Well, most of them are going to be imports. And moving along here, got another Skyline. They were kind of getting ready to move that one, so I wasn't going to block them and take a photo. I think that's the only one I didn't get a photo of. And of course, usually we have an empty space. A lot of walking. Just rows and rows of cars. Someone brought their, what was that, an Outlander. Put some wheels on it. Here we got some Civics. I like the FD2 inspired Civic there, but this one was that one like the early 2000s. I think about 2002, the old SI. Nobody talks about them. They're not really they're kind of underrated, I should say. And here's an Integra. I love this one with those wheels in red. VTEC. And here's another good one. CRX. That one's very clean, almost stock. And this guy's little fun Accord. We have a Civic. S2000, we got a little Honda section here. There's some pretty clean S2000s here. And we'll get to more of those soon. We got a Mustang. And then we got some Mopar guys. And I'm trying as hard as I can not to film people's faces. I know it doesn't matter that much, and I'm sure most likely they won't see this video, but just out of respect, we'll try to keep people's faces out of the background. And then, of course, the Corvette. I don't know. I think they can park wherever the heck they want. So I don't know how the Corvette ended up over here. But, well, except for the VIP section, which we'll get to. They have their designated section. These are definitely not VIPs. But, yeah, you can kind of see how far this goes on. Here we have a nice, what's a RSX, but he's kind of making it look like the Integra, the last gen Integra. The 5th gen, I should say, because there is a new one, apparently. Well, yeah, there's a new one now, so. Someone's got their Honda Vessel, an Impreza. Ford, what was that, a Focus? No, not Focus. Fusion. And we're walking. I really like this WRX wagon right here. So it seems like those are stock rims and they just lowered it a little bit. It's pretty clean. I think it's got a carbon fiber hood scoop there. You got Scion FRS. Another one. A Golf dropped to the ground. More WRXs. I told you there's going to be a lot of them. That was pretty clean. Nevo. We'll see a couple more Evos. That's a newer gen. Here's a couple trucks for the truck guys. This Chevy caught me off guard. I didn't know it was a dually at first, and I looked back there like, oh. I think this is I don't think that's an Eclipse. I think it's the Eagle Italian. A Maxima on some chrome. I wouldn't be surprised if they're spinners. Another RSX. I know if I don't sound enthusiastic doing this voiceover. It's early in the morning. I want to get the video out. And I was already here. I've seen all these already. So now I'm talking about them again. No, I'm just kidding. But this was a nice Z. Love the color. And I love the carbon fiber hood. Pretty clean. White wheels. That's it. No crazy wing or anything. I like it. And of course, when I lower the camera like that, that means I took a photo. Which, for those on Instagram, you will see the photos. I've posted them all already. The cross track. No, I don't know if that was a cross track. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe it's just a legacy. EG6 and an MR2. SW20. Very nice. Oh, excuse me. Very nice. More WRXs. But I actually took a picture of this, not that one, this blue one, because that color was so unique. And it looks really good on the white wheels, so. I typically don't care for lowered WRXs because that kind of defeats the purpose because they are essentially rally cars. But that one was done pretty clean, so. It gets my approval. So I cut the camera just to walk around to the next row here. A couple minis here, which were surprising. I wasn't expecting Mini Coopers, but there were some nice ones. That's a nice Z. Volkswagen on some aftermarket rims. A work in progress Miata, I suppose. Saab. There was a couple Saabs around, actually. I like this WRX. It's lifted. Both of them, actually. Another Genesis. Another Civic. Don't know what this Beamer's doing here, but okay. And this is a nice Hawkeye WRX. Got a Dodge Stealth. Here we got a old Corolla, I think, on a Camry. Acura TL. And then I will have a short clip of that Corolla in the beginning. Because that one I can actually use the sound on. There's a Golf for sale if anybody needs a Golf. Here's a nice Volvo. I like that one. Here we got a hearse. Why not? I think it's a Buick. Here's a nice BMW. The wrap's kind of a little much for me. It's kind of got like a Two-Face vibe going on there. But yeah, I don't know. I wish it was just plain color, because that would be clean, like a blue, because that would look good with those wheels. And now I gotta walk to the next row. They could have put them a little closer together. I don't know what they were doing. But like I said, they will get really close together here towards the middle of the video. But we're just on the outskirts of the park right now. This Tesla caught my eye because it's dropped to the ground, and it's got another Two-Face livery going on with it. I don't know. But yeah, very unexpected to see that. More WRXs. A lot of WRXs. Pontiac Grand Am, which was, again, very unexpected. But it's pretty clean for what it was. Civic. Chrysler Sebring. Right, that's a Sebring. I don't know, yeah, with shows like this, you get some that are You know, some people pulling up in the stock Camaro. Stuff like that. This Corolla was really cool. Got a Hyundai. More Subarus. I don't know, I like WRXs and I like seeing them out on the road, but I don't know, they kind of take over this car show. So these Golfs. But trust me, we'll see some more interesting stuff later. There's a new Golf. Honda del Sol. This one was playing some music out of that speaker. So that's one of the reasons. A lot of people were playing music, so that's why these clips are muted. There's a nice Skyline. And, you know, to be honest, there were a lot of Skylines here. Not as much as Subarus, but there were a good amount of 32s. But I like this one in white. I like the plate too, Nagato. Initial D reference. I don't think I've seen a white 32 before, and I think that looks really good. Nice Integra. There were a couple Integras too, but I can't really get mad at them. This, however, was the only FCRX7, and that thing was awesome. Love it. It's been a while since I've seen one. Another Forester. I was going to say that's a Civic, but I don't know, that grill kind of confused me, but I think it's a Accord. This is a crazy CRX. Got the turbo popping out there. That one's getting some attention. We got a new WRX here, which that's the only one, so I'm not going to get mad at it for being, oh, there's so many WRXs. This one's pretty nice. Gotta watch the kids. And of course, I was going to set up to get a photo, but these people started lingering around. So we'll just get up close to it. Pretty nice. My second time seeing one up close. Actually, the other one was also red. It was the prototype. That was pretty clean. I like the wheels on it. I wish they were black, though, not blue. Then I see, looks like a Rally Art Evo, or not an Evo, just a Rally Art Lancer. Integra. Love the Integras. Mustang, Accord, Civic, some Benz. That's a nice Golf, though. And he's supporting Ukraine there. Actually, there are a lot of Golfs. As I was leaving, I was like, oh, there wasn't as much Golfs as I was thinking. Looking back at it, there was a lot. Here's a nice 240SX, also known as the Sylvia S13, but it's the American one, so that's the 240SX. I should just call it S13, though. A couple nice Civics. There's a couple Miatas. I like that blue Miata. These two definitely look like work in progress. That one's got a wing that's way too big. And here we have the Ford group of Ford Fiestas and Focus. There's a nice 8.6 over there, but I actually did see that one at the Cantex show, so I didn't get too up close to it. Here's an Alfa Romeo. I think it's a 4C. But there's a gem right on the other side of this. This white Toyota Cresta. Imported from Japan, I assume. It's Japan. I know it's an import, but look at that. First time seeing one in person. I think it's got a Vertec body kit on it. This one was awesome. Right from Vermont. Vermont. And here's another awesome one. Type R Integra. Just gotta get another angle of that because the sign blocked it. I love that Integra though. The Toyota Cresta made it to my top 5 list. I think I placed it number 4 on my top 5 list, so I think it was awesome. There's a nice S2000. This one actually won Best Honda of the show. Really cool. A lot of work on that one. Yes, there are cars on the left there. We will come back to those. Trying to go row by row. This is the area where it kind of gets a little crowded. The VIP section is to the left of me, so there's going to be some... Actually, I think I'm going to go over there now. Yes, I am, because of this. This was in the VIP section. This little grass patch here in the middle of the concrete was the VIP section. And this nice Honda step wagon to welcome you. It's a facelifted first gen, and I absolutely love it. I'll tell you right now, this was my favorite car of the show. Look at that. Wow. So cool. Trying to look inside there, but it's hard. And then the truck that it's on is also an import. Let's go around here. Boom. 5th generation Isuzu Elf. There's my reflection. You can't see much. Haha. Wow. Well, maybe you can see a little bit. I really don't care. We'll come back to that too. Again, in the VIP section here, I had to take a picture of that Z before people started crowding around it. There's the interior of the Isuzu. And this is still the VIP section. This is a Datsun 520, also known as the Chevy Love. Here's another one of those early 2000s Civics that I love. Miata. Don't know how that made it into the VIP section, huh? No, I'm just kidding. That was cool. I don't know if that one actually was in the VIP section, because that was the border. I know everything after this Silverado isn't. And then people are crowding around this BMW. We will come back to it, but this thing was mad. I don't know if it's an actual race car that they repainted, or if this is just completely custom fab work, but I love it. And we'll come back to that once there's not a lot of people. Here's a nice Civic, very unique color for a FK8, or not FK8, what am I, EK9. Got some trucks leaving. Waiting for them to pull out on the Bimmer. Here's a 32 Skyline. Another one. Love the Nismo wheels on it. And here is a 33 GTR. This is my first time seeing a 33 GTR. I've seen 2 GTSTs, I think. Japanese plate in the window. Most likely imported. Gotta get the GTR badges. On the gold, I don't know if I can call them gold. They're kind of bronze rims. The bronze and the black. Yeah, that's perfect. Very cool. I wish I got a picture of that flag. Really nice Civic flag. There's another Skyline. I think that's the one I saw earlier that I couldn't get a photo of. Another S2000. Kind of giving me like a Gran Turismo vibe with those stickers. And another cut here. We are on the other side of that. The side that the VIP section was on, but this is not VIP right here. This is a Jeep. An old Willys Jeep. And this thing, that looks like a rough ride. I love the plate. It's just right there. Another unique color for a WRX. Another CRX. I love that one with the bronze wheels too. I don't know, maybe I like my bronze wheels. Here's another 33. I've seen this one before at Cantech and in a random Wegmans parking lot. That's a cool one. Always nice seeing them around. Clear hood on the Civic? Why not? I'm not sure if it was actually a Type R, but it had a Type R wing. Got a patriotic Jeep. Was that Scion XB? And Lamborghini Huracan. Pretty cool. But this Del Sol, look at that. Whew. So actually this Del Sol and, well actually this Nissan Z was another good contender, my favorite of the show. But of course the Honda won for me. But also this Nissan Z was having a battle with that Del Sol for the Tuner Underground's voting contest. So this is the final round where they get to decide what is the best of the entries. I'm not sure how it works, but I know those two were dueling off. Another white R32. This one's a little more work to it, but I think I like the other one better. That one's got nice fitment though. And here's this Nutso S2000 making too much power, and it does shoot flames out of those holes. Pretty cool. I've seen some of the videos of it on Instagram. That thing pulls on a dyno too. Here we are back to the BMW. Yeah, people walk in front of you. They don't. But I got my photo. I'm happy with it. And, yeah, if we look in here. So the shift knob was a reference to Jurassic Park. It had a Lego figure of Hammond, John Hammond. And it was frozen in the sap. But there's the interior, the Honda Step Wagon from the other side now. And I like that little plushie that was in there. And the magazines, if you could see. You might have to rewind it to see those magazines. It was an S2000. Very nice S2000. BMW. Here's a very nice R32 as well. A lot of them. But I like the wheels on this one specifically. And I don't think that one's a GTR. But he was talking to that guy, and he said it does have an all-wheel drive conversion. So it was an ER34, but he did an all-wheel drive conversion. So I like that he's not trying to pass it all along as an R34 or R32 GTR. But he could very much if he wanted to, since it is all-wheel drive. But better to be honest. Another one, more of those Civics. I love the purple one. I don't know. I don't remember what the generation of them are called. Because, there's FK8, EK9, EG6. But I don't know. I don't remember what those ones are called. There's the Rice Patrol. He will ram you off the road if you're driving a race car. Here's a very unique Mazda 3. Love that one. And here's a very unique FD RX-7. Love this one. A little crazy. It's a little crazy. It reminds me of the Tomica Premium one, but I don't know. That was so cool. And I'm sorry the Civic had a park next to it, because the Civic's cool in its own way. But whew, look at that angle. That's a perfect build right there. And I'd prefer it stock, but the way that he handled that one is perfect. More Civic. We got a Prelude going Stormtrooper style. Slammed Kia, slammed Acura. Actually, that Acura followed us in to the show. I like that Honda sticker. Here's the graffiti Prelude with a skateboard on the bumper. And first Supra. There were a couple Supras. Here's the first one that I came across. Mark III. Love the gold lace wheels and the gold engine bay. With that deep red, that's a good combo. And am I going to cut the camera? I don't know. Oh, yeah, there's a interesting message. Kind of accidentally got that in here. Too late now. I'm not editing it out. Oh, yeah, this Lexus. This one, I think I placed it third in my top 5 favorites of the show. Not that my placement means anything, but I did do a little Instagram thing. Just showing my favorites. Of course, I do want a Lexus LS. A real one. I love it. And also, he did import the Celsior badges on it, so I appreciate the knowledge of culture. But it is a Lexus. You can see his left-hand drive. It's the Lexus, not Celsior. And actually won Best Lexus in 2019 at Street Scene, which I did see it, but I never actually took a photo of it. And I kind of regretted that for a while. But now my chance, I got my chance, and it was a nice 180. And here's not an 8.6, but a SR5 that he's kind of converting to look like an 8.6. This is a coupe, not a hatch. But very cool to see, and it looks like he might drift it. Got a drift kit on it. Another one, this was my 5th favorite in my top 5. This Toyota Sora, which is actually an import, is not a Lexus LC. You can see that it is right-hand drive. And I had to get a close-up of that Sora badge because it's just too cool. Love it. Oh, and I dropped the camera. Or I almost dropped it. Another Mazda 3. Very nice Evo. This thing, I see it all around. I know he's a local. That thing pushes a lot of power, and it is loud. Subaru Sandbar time. This was another surprise. This was in a little better condition than the Mitsubishi. Still got some rust on the back. You can see there. It's still a work truck. He's got the engine open. I just got to get a close-up of the Sandbar badge. And there's the engine. Very cool little truck. I love it. Get one more shot at the interior. That's awesome. Right next to a Bronco. They're almost... the Bronco's just a little bigger than it. There's a Supra. A couple Mark V's here, but I was more interested in the older ones. WRX. This is a crazy Chevy Cruze right here. Look at that. I appreciate the uniqueness. Not really my style, but I appreciate it. Got a couple of the sedan squad here. Here's Skyline. I saw this Skyline at Cantech. Still cool to see. I still love that blue. And I do love the gold wheels on it. Right-hand drive. 32 on the plate. That's a nice one. Purple WRX. It was an Accord, or a couple of Accords. Golf. Civic. Legacy. Pretty cool Legacy, actually. I like the blue stickers on the white car. Is there a little too many stickers? Maybe. But I like the that blue on the white. It was a Crown Vic. Actually, no, that was a Mercury Marauder. I was not expecting a Mercury Marauder. Very clean Acura here. Wait, I like the green wheels on that one. More Bimmer. More Acura. A couple Jaguars here, which I wasn't expecting, but they're stock. Nothing crazy going on with them. Some Corvettes, some Supras, some Polaris. Polaris Racers. This one's actually towing a motorcycle. Del Sol. I don't know, I was feeling in a good mood taking photos of the Del Sols. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little cars. And I don't know, I can kind of say they're underrated, really. Love that engine prop in the Honda, by the way. There's a nice WRX. I see that one all the time, and every time it's got different wheels on it. That dude must collect wheels. I know that Jeep associates with him as well. Very cool livery on that Evo there. Honeycomb. And a very cool WRX. But I was drawn in by this Nissan Cube. I think it's so cool. WRX, Civic, and is that an 8.6? I can't tell. I didn't get close to it. There's one more look at that WRX livery. I think it was cool. I know I'm going to say cool a lot. Here's something awesome. Saab with body kit. Very slight body kit. But it works very well. And those wheels too. Again, I like the uniqueness at this show. Anything and everything shows up here. Even a S10. Why is that an S10? Hope it is. Here's a Samurai, aka Jimny. Love this one. Pretty clean. This one was awesome. I like the bent plate too. Interesting look of painting the grille white on that Escalade. I don't know what you think about that, peoples. Guys. Peoples. Like that 180. Then we got the Evo trio over there. They park away. I don't know, are there other cars that are going to hit $100,000 now? First Skylines, now Evos? I don't know. Are they trying to tell us something? Very interesting GTR. Kind of a Nismo look, but I don't think it's a Nismo. And here is a Mark IV Supra. Look at that. Now, I have never been up close to a Mark IV Supra. And this is not going to be the first time today, actually. Don't care for those taillights, but it's okay. Here we have, I think it's a Velsai Z. Love the orange on here. I wonder if he's going for a Fast and Furious replica. Right, there was an orange one in Tokyo Drift. It was one of Drift King's associates. S2000s galore. I don't get mad about seeing the S2000s because I never really see them out and about. Usually they're only at shows like this. Ferrari 488. The kids like getting their photos of the Ferrari. I'm not going to intrude on that. Crazy looking S2000 right there, but I like the color on this WRX wagon. Or would it be a Impreza Outback? Now we're behind the row of cars that we just looked at. Here's some Skylines, some newer Skylines. I'm not sure what exact Infiniti model they are. I know they're not imported. Here's a nice Z. I don't believe I've seen this one before. I think I've seen one similar. This could be the same one, they just added to it. Because I definitely don't remember those wheels or the black trim on it. Or the engine bay. But, you know, you can always do work. I do like the red badge there, though. The red 300ZX. Here's another Mark III Supra. This one was very clean. It looks like it's on Mark IV wheels. I do love this. Oop. Yeah, I'm trying to get a good angle of it. Can't see the Japanese plate. If I would have saw that Japanese plate first, I would have checked to see if it was an import. But I didn't see it at the time. And as I said, here's another Mark IV. This is a very rare Japanese exclusive model, and they're very limited. You can tell by the color and those side skirts. And that trim on the rear bumper there. Very cool. This Impreza wagon we'll come back to once there's a little less people around it, just so I can get a good shot of it. But I absolutely love this one. The colors, you know, they're trying to go for, I don't know, I was thinking the Subaru, what is it, the 444, but I think that's a little too green, but still cool in its own way. You know, not that I'm saying it's not cool. I love it. And he probably wasn't going for the 444 livery, but it kind of reminded me of that. And I almost dropped my phone again. Here's an MR2. Love it. And actually, it surprised me to see he had the Matchbox one in the passenger seat. And it also looks like it had an accident. And he rebuilt it. That's pretty cool. I guess it's easy to rebuild a front-end damaged MR2. Because there's no engine up there. Well, I mean, I don't want to say pretty easy. Oh, yeah, here... of course, it's not going to be easy, but here was a big surprise. A Nissan Gloria / Cedric Y20 or Y33 or 32 Y32. Jeez, I can't get my thoughts straight. That one placed second place in my favorite of the show. Totally a surprise. I love it. I wish I could have gotten a close-up for it, and I actually spent about 20 minutes after this video ends going around trying to find it again, but I think it left. Here is a Accord wagon. Love the color on this one. This was an awesome build. And this one was another contender for my top 5. Just didn't make it. Maybe if I did a top 10, it would make it. Awesome. Yeah, like I said, I love the unique stuff. You can throw as much Golfs and WRXs as you want, but I'm still going to get drawn to that Accord. That Jetta was pretty unique, though. I could have spent a little more time in that Jetta, I must admit. But this caught my eye. This Hilux, or Toyota pickup. Well, actually, it is a Toyota pickup because it's left-hand drive. But based on the Toy Story Pizza Planet. It's not the exact model, but it's close enough, and it looks awesome. Also, I don't know if you could notice that, but they had opened Hot Wheel packages on the ground, so I don't know, maybe they were, maybe their kids were having some fun. There's a purple F2000, another CRX. At this point, I was getting tired of squatting and taking photos, so I think I'm going to go a little fast through the last couple minutes of this video. Corolla, not a GR Corolla, but I don't know, are those on sale yet? We have down here, this is the last row of the show. We walked end to end in this field. This is an awesome hard body. There's a nice EG6. I will take a photo of that one. There's a Lexus GS. I think I'll take a photo of this one too. The Euro plates are interesting. I think they're definitely vanity. I don't think they're real Euro plates, but this is an Albarth. There's a couple Beamers, a couple trucks. You know, a lot of trucks. I didn't pay much attention with the trucks. Not unless they were older like that hard body, but I didn't take a picture of that. I did take a video of it, which you will see at the beginning of this video. This WRX, actually, is it WRX? I know it's no, I think it might be just an Impreza Outback. But the gold wheels on the green, I don't know, that might be my favorite color combo of this show. And again, this one would have made my top 10 if I did a top 10. But that green is just, I don't know if that green is stock, but I should find out because that's an awesome green. I know, I'm running out of vocabulary for this show. Everything's awesome, everything's cool. Oh, there goes the Subaru. He does lap around here, and when I get back to his spot, he has repositioned on a brick. Actually, I think he was on a brick before, but he did reposition for some reason. But I'll be able to get my photo of the front end. Very aggressive. Also, I don't know what's up with that Velociter. It had a bunch of like fake blood all over it. Very nice Evo. Love that color. Maybe I didn't go back over there because this is about to end. Maybe I forgot a clip. Nice Altezza. I think it's an Altezza. I don't know. I didn't see the interior. No, it's a Lexus IS. Oh, no, maybe I went back over there on my own, not in this video. So, actually, yeah, I will have a photo of that WRX on my Instagram. Yeah, didn't get to do it in the video, unfortunately. But I think I will end it off with this RSX. I'm trying to remember. I don't know where this video ends. I just see that there's a minute left. Long video, I know, but so many cool cars in here and definitely worth checking it out. Even if you split it up or skip through it, I don't care. But let me know what your favorite was. Of course, mine was that step wagon. Can't get any cooler than that. And, I'm ending it off on that GTO right there, the Mitsubishi. Here's a nice Toyota Corolla. 4AGE in-house. Love that one. And there is your Mitsubishi GTO. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.